tell you now just who they are. Listen to their stories and how they tell when they join and how they're doing so well. Telling us what it's all about today and how they are loving that own passive way. On passive, here today on passive, there's no better way. Listen to the Julie and the Milo show, so then you can be the very first to know. On passive, it's a here today. Julie and Milo show is coming your way on passive.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the Julie and Milo show. Today is June 1st, 2021. Wow, almost half of the year has gone by. My name is Julie. I'm coming to you from Orange County, California. My lovely friend Milo is coming from Nashville. Milo, could you please say hello?
Hey, how you guys doing? It's Milo from Nashville, Tennessee.
Milo, you and I are so blessed. Every single day we get to sit down and chat with our friends across the world. And a lot of things that we do at the Julie and Milo show with a purpose is to help the community to share on passive. It was a great show that we sat down with the doctors yesterday. Bryan, could you mute yourself because there's a lot of noise coming from your end. Thank you. All right, should we start over or?
Yeah, let's start all over.
Okay.
Ready? Go.
Yeah. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the Julie and Milo show. Today is June 1st, 2021. Almost half of a year has gone by. My name is Julie. I'm coming to you from Orange County, California. My dear friend coming on the other side of the country, Milo. Milo, could you please say hello?
Hey, how you guys doing? It's Milo from Nashville, Tennessee.
Thank you, Milo. Milo, you and I are so blessed because we get to sit down here and talk to many of our friends across the world. And it's all because of ONPASSIVE. ONPASSIVE is a gift to humanity. And it takes every single one of us to share ONPASSIVE with the world. At the Julie and Milo show, our purpose is to help the community to be able to create materials, tools, not tools, but materials to help friends across the world to share ONPASSIVE. And I'm so blessed that we get to sit down with the doctors yesterday to hopefully working together with the doctors to share ONPASSIVE with their professions. So Milo, today we have a friend, which we don't know much about him. I can't wait to hear his story. Milo, could you please help me to introduce our friend?
Absolutely, Julie. I don't know much about Bryan either, other than what we've read in the bio, but I'd like to bring him to the stage right now. Bryan Kroetch. Welcome to the show, Bryan. It's so good to have you on the show today.
Hello, Bryan. Good to have you with us.
Hello, Julie and Milo. How are you guys doing?
Good. How you doing, Bryan? Welcome to the show.
That's good. Thank you very much. Nice to be here. It's a pleasure. It's always nice to talk to ONPASSIVE.
Good. Well, Bryan, we don't know a whole lot about you other than what we've read in the bio. So we want to start and we want to know, we like to get founders together and we like to know who is the founder, what did they do, where did they come from? So we'd like to start right all the way back at the beginning. Where were you born? How about your parents, your siblings, and your life now?
Well, I was born back in East End, Saskatchewan. That's the southwest corner of Saskatchewan. It's actually a very beautiful part of Saskatchewan. I have my father just passed away here 3-4 years ago, I guess it was. And my mom is still alive. She's 83. I have three other brothers and one older sister. I'm about the third in the family.
Wow. Fantastic, Bryan. Bryan, I've read your bio and there are two interesting things that I like to ask you. But the first one, what is it like to be a diamond driller?
It is fulfilling. I'll say that. It's the Mother Nature is really nice. You see all sorts of wildlife. You know what I mean? And the drilling, it's always nice. Like when you find gold or diamonds or something, it always gets exciting, eh?
How big of a diamond have you found before?
The biggest diamond that I've seen, it was actually pulled out of a tire in a Caddy diamond mines. It was 9 carats.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And then you said that you've seen a lot of nature's animals migrate across. But one thing that really exciting is that you've seen a pack of 9 wolves attacking a larger group of musk ox. Tell me about that experience.
Yeah, like we're flying to work one day at crew change in the helicopter, and I seen this from a distance, so we went up there, and that's what it was muskox formed a circle of life and put their babies in the middle, and they're fighting off a pack of 9 wolves.
Wow, that's so interesting. Did you take pictures or video it?
No.
Okay.
Wow.
Didn't have a camera in hand at the time.
Right. Wow. Go ahead, Milo.
So these must be real desolate areas that you go looking for diamonds. I mean, it sounds like you went in by helicopter and stuff.
In the Yukon, it's all mountains like BC and that, and it's pretty rough terrain. And then the territories is all pretty well flat, right, and wide open. So yeah, the muskox usually seem to be further north, up towards the Arctic Circle.
What is a muskox?
A muskox is like a buffalo.
Oh, a big animal.
Yeah, like I'm sure they're one of the only animals again that survived the ice age.
Yeah.
Like,
wow.
like they're worth a lot of money. Those animals. It costs a lot to go hunt one, eh?
Oh, really?
Yeah, but the meat is so good.
Oh, yeah.
People just rave about the meat, eh?
Oh, okay, so it's like a buffalo burger or whatever.
Yeah.
I've never heard of a muskox down here. I didn't know what it was, so. Wow.
You'll have to Google it and take a picture of it.
Yeah. I'll have to check it out after this. But okay, so Bryan, what about some of your hobbies? What kind of hobbies do you have?
Not a lot of hobbies. I like my sports. I like hockey.
Okay.
I do a coin collection. I have a coin collection. Not a big one, but just a little one. And other than that, is just spend time with my nieces and nephews. I try to do that as much as I can.
Yeah, there's nothing like family. Nothing like family. So let me ask you one other question. You got any favorite music, or do you do anything with music?
I'm the type of guy that I love every type of music. To me, it is the language, the world language. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And yeah, I tend to go a little bit towards the classic rock and country. I like my older country. Plus, I don't mind the newer country either.
Good. Sounds like me and you got the same taste for music, because I like classic rock and I like old, Merle Haggard and George Jones, all the old good guys, And but I mean, there's new guys too that are good. But I mean, the majority I listen to is the older stuff, So
well, you'll never see guys like that ever again.
You're exactly right. I mean, it is what it is, and the way they lived, man, they lived recklessly, and they lived in the moment. They loved life, man.
Oh, they definitely lived day by day. Yeah.
Yep. So, all right, back to you, Julie.
Yes. So, Bryan, the reason for all of us sitting together is because of OnPassive. So I'd like to find out from you, when did you join OnPassive and how did you hear about OnPassive and what made you take the action to become an OnPassive founder?
Well, I had been I had been in and out for the last few years trying to find an online business. I joined on Passive December 19th, 2020 is when I actually joined. And when I first saw it, it clicked on me that, yeah, this is possible, right? And it's about time the internet got, upgraded somewhat, right? So I'm not really business savvy either, right? So I thought, well, why not take a chance? $97. Like there was a lot more out there I was looking at that were a lot more expensive, and I knew this was going to be a while. I knew it wasn't going to be making money immediately. And so I've just been patient and doing whatever I got to do and sharing it and talking to people. You get your naysayers, but you get your yayers too, you know what I mean? And those make the reward for the nayers, right? So it's all working out slowly and good. I'm very happy with on passive. Never seen it before, and you'll never see it again.
Wow. How life has been for you since you started OnPassive?
Actually, because of this lockdown and everything, you know what I mean? It's made things so much more tolerable. Talking to people, being able to go to videos and talk to people again, so it's been fulfilling too. Very fulfilling.
Absolutely. And that's why we see from founders that we sitting down across the world and everyone said, I've always looking for things to do online and try to have a residual income, but we
Yeah.
haven't found anything until OnPassive came about. And I think that OnPassive come at the right time, at the right moment, and especially you said it during COVID time, during COVID quarantine time. OnPassive with the topic for a lot of us are talking together and find peace within ourselves. What do you say to that, Bryan?
I totally agree with it, because like there's a lot of bad going on all over the place, right? And families going through a lot of tragic and this and that. So this is a bit of an uplift for everybody. And as long as you can see that ray of sunshine, which most founders are seeing, everything will just be fine.
Absolutely. And Bryan, I know you are very good. You have a very good heart. You helped a lot of people. So I'm going to send the mic to Milo. So Milo could touch a little bit of part of how is it that you love to help children? So Milo?
Bryan, it's great listening to your story and stuff, and to be a diamond driller, that's something we've never talked to anyone like that. I've never talked to anyone like that in my life. But I honestly think that you have found the diamond in the rough, and that's on passive. It is a diamond, but we
For sure.
yeah, and we like to say on the show that On Passive is changing the world one person at a time, and it started with Ash Mufaro. When we first come in, we're looking at how we're going to make extra income, how it's going to help us. We got residual income and this and that, and we get excited about that at first, and then all of a sudden, something gets in our heart and our mind because we listen to these shows and we listen and we realize that this is a much bigger thing than just that. This is so much bigger. This is about humanity. This is about the correction for corruption.
Yeah.
This is about a lot of things, but it's going to offer us a chance to do two things. Number one, we're going to have a better life ourselves. We're going to get, we're going to be able to live abundantly. We're going to have time, freedom. We're going to have all that. So that's us. But we also have some dreams. Now, I don't know what your dreams are, but we would like to know, what is Bryan's dreams? What is he going to do first with those apples that fall, that come to it. But then once he's
My
got,
dreams are
okay, okay, go ahead, go with that.
my dreams are fairly simple. You know, I mean, like I I'm always been a down to earth kind of person, right? So, you know, dreams are simple. Take a holiday maybe once or twice a year. You know what I mean? A nice holiday. But other than that, just helping my family and my friends and my nieces and my nephews. That uh, the smile from a child or from anybody is more reward to it than there is anything.
Absolutely. I believe that too. You know, so once that's done, then how are you, you know, you're going to take care of your family, your nieces, nephews, all that, and it's gonna be a beautiful thing. Same way with me, man. You'll be able to travel with them, you do whatever you want to. You know, your time freedoms are free. But now let's move on to the second part of that question is how is it going to be able to help you help others? And who would that happen to be? You got any charities or interests in mind?
Uh, Single moms are really play a soft spot in my heart because they go through so much. And then disabled children. I have a nephew that is cerebral palsy, and I'd really like to try and help them out. You know what I mean? Cerebral palsy children, and any children, actually. Children are the goal.
Absolutely. I believe, you know, that this is going to change the world, whether it's homelessness, whether it's children who don't have water to drink, children who don't have shoes for their feet. You know, it's not right that they have to grow up that way. And I think that we will be able to change the world, you know, one person at a time, like we talked about, you know, and I really applaud you for that, you know, and we like to say that, you know, the cool thing is instead of giving them a fish to eat, you can teach them how to fish more or less. So in other words, with On Passive, the cool thing is that the more you give away, the more comes back. So the pot gets bigger and bigger. It's the craziest thing, but it's good, you know, because you can take these children you're talking about, you know, say if you form a thing for cerebral palsy or whatever, you know, now you can give a spot away to a person. Say if you have a spot right now, you have that spot, you can give them a spot and that funds that spot again so that it gets bigger. Then you can give 2 away, you know, and then it gets bigger. Then you can give 4 away, you know, and it
Yeah.
grows like that. And even with like the orange, you know, we talk about the orange a lot of times. How many oranges can one orange create, you know? And the answer is, you know, it's infinite. You don't know. And the reason is because when you get an orange and you get the orange seed, it doesn't create an orange, it creates an orange tree. So you got maybe 10 seeds in there. So each orange creates 10 trees. But then you have, you know, all these other trees, you know, other oranges on the tree. So you do that with it. And pretty soon you have an orange orchard. And I believe that's what's going to happen. And I believe that you'll be able to fulfill all your dreams of whatever you want to do with any of these, you know, charities or whatever. Do you agree with that?
Oh, for sure. It'll do that and then so much more.
Yeah,
Like you know, like even just to donate when you're withdrawing out of your wallets too. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
You know, you take every $1,000 you take out, perhaps $200 into charity, right?
Yep. Yep. And you know, the cool thing is instead of giving the money, you just give them a spot and that grows for them. And so it keeps,
Exactly. Yeah.
you know, day after day after day after day. And it's an incredible, when you think about it, it's an incredible way to change the world.
Oh, it definitely is. Definitely is.
So
And
go ahead, Bryan.
go ahead, Julie.
No, go ahead. Finish your thought. Sorry.
I was going to say, and you know, with all the good work that they're even doing in Papua New Guinea with everybody too, you know, that is just incredible, eh?
Yeah.
So, Bryan, what projects are you working on right now? What are you working on right now beside OnPassive?
Just diamond drilling.
Diamond drilling. I'm sitting here and you said that you have a soft spot for, single mom. Are you a single guy?
I'm single, but not single with child. No.
Right. So you are putting your heart out there and just basically support not one single woman, but a lot of single women. And I'm sitting here just listening to you. I can see that you already have, or you have your mindset in terms of supporting not one, but many, many. Am I correct?
Yes, you're
Am I?
correct.
All right, so that's good. Thank you, Bryan, so much for being here with us. I have my last question. I know that you are joining OnPassive since December, and you are a very active founder where you share information, you support other founders with their information. So let me ask you, what would you say to the people that are actually sitting on the fence right now and do nothing, or are not able to decide whether or not they want to be in OnPassive? So what's your word of wisdom to them?
Well, I'm not a really big seller, right? And it's I can talk to people really easy, but when it comes to presenting something to them, I have a little problem, right? But if you're sitting on a fence right now with something like this in front of you, that's incredible enough. Like take the 97, pay the $97, take the chance, come in, check it out. If you're not happy, then go ahead and leave and get your money back. But at least you said that at least you went in there and tried. But just don't sit there and say, no, not for me. You know what I mean? Like, what's not for you? You want an online business. Yeah, you don't want to do nothing. Well, everything you say is right here. You know what I mean? But they just sit on the fence. So not much you can do with them, right? Go on to the next.
Absolutely. I love what you're saying right there, Bryan. All we'd have to do is take the action. Opportunities knocked on our door every single day. It's up to us to either open it, let it in, or let it pass by. So you said it right, Bryan. I wanted to send it back to Milo to see if he has any questions for you, Milo.
I do. I loved what you said, about that. And we have to realize that we have an opportunity, and all we're doing is passing an opportunity on to someone else. It really don't matter to us whether they join or not, because we're already in it. We win. Okay. People have to understand that. So we don't have to, try to get people in and all this. We give them the opportunity. If they want in, okay. If they don't, hey, you'll probably get in later. Just call me up or whatever. Just remember, I talked to you about it. But that's one thing. So I love that point that you made. But I got one other question for you. Will you just always drill in Canada, or because I know Papua New Guinea has quite a lot of diamonds over there, from what I understand. Will you go over there at all, or have you thought of it?
I haven't went overseas yet. I've had offers to go overseas, but I'm a real fussy eater. And so you go over to these other countries and I could starve, eh?
Yeah.
So I'm pretty well stuck drilling in Canada, right?
I got you. Yeah.
But I certainly would enjoy trying it at least once, though.
Yeah. Maybe even just go over and help someone out or whatever, because we really at some point, I don't think we're going to have to work if we don't want to, so it's all about passion, and it's all about what we want to do, what
Yeah.
So as far as a diamond driller, do you go out and you find the land that has diamonds and then you drill? Do you own your own drilling rig or whatever?
No. What happens is you'll have a geological company that your company is working for, that the diamond drill company is working for.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll already have the holes mapped out and laid out for you.
Okay.
And so you just bring your drill, whether it's by helicopter or by cat or whatever, and set your drill on there and start drilling, right? And then if you hit, right on. If you don't, right on. Just move on to the next hole.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. That's interesting. So if you do hit a diamond, say you hit a diamond, then do you excavate that whole area out? Is that the way that works?
Yeah, if there's enough tonnage there, then they'll start to excavate it out. Like I drilled in a place in Red Earth, Alberta, northern Alberta, and the diamonds there are right on surface, right? You know, you could just we take a little blast of dynamite and just bury it in the ground, maybe a couple inches, and blow a great big hole out of the ground, and diamonds right there.
Oh, wow.
But they're industrial diamonds, those ones.
What does that mean?
Industrial diamonds are the diamonds that they'll use to make your scalpels with, like your surgical tools.
Oh, I got you.
And other things with, and like in your diamond bit, in your coring bit that we have, there's diamonds in that too, carbide diamonds,
Mhm.
which is industrial diamonds for cutting rock, right?
Wow.
Oh, that's interesting. So does it take a core? Do you do it like a core when you drill? You do
Yeah.
a core, and then
Yeah,
you
we do a core sample right from the start of the hole to the end of the hole.
so then you would see, you would see like dirt, rock, whatever, and then maybe a diamond, and then on down, and then that's the way you figure out how much if it's worth excavating it out. If there, I would think if there's a long if that diamond thing is pretty deep, then you would want to excavate it out, correct?
Yeah, you just have to, once you find it, then you'll have to drill a bunch of holes around it to try and locate how large it is, right?
Oh, gotcha.
And then if you find a large one, you'll move on to another hole, right? And if it's still there, then that means it's expanding more and more, right? And then you go till you can't find it no more, and then you can open pit it, right?
Oh, gotcha. So then you kind of just work north and south, east and west on it, how far
Yeah,
it goes out. And all right,
exactly.
it's pretty cool. And then at that point, then you would excavate, or you would set dynamite in there.
Yeah, and we've set 2 or 3 here in Canada.
Wow, that's awesome. That's really awesome. Well, Bryan, we're running out of time, but man, it was so good to talk to you. I learned a lot about diamonds today. I didn't know, and that's awesome, man. I love hearing stuff like that, and stuff. But thank you so much for coming on to the show. Today we really enjoyed talking to you, and so. Thank you for coming on the show, and good luck with the ONPASSIVE. I think it's going to change all of our worlds.
I'm not going to let Bryan go yet, because how sitting here just listening to you talking about Diamond, Diamond is a girl's best friend. I've never liked Diamond. It's never my best friend, but I think it started becoming a best friend because just sitting here and listening to you talking about how you excavate it. One last quick question. What was the heaviest piece of gold that you found?
I was running a job up in East Arctic Circle, and my crew called me out to the drill site. And when I got there, we had 19 feet of 70% gold.
Wow.
It blew my mind. It blew me away.
That's quite a bit, man. That was a nice chunk of change.
Oh yeah, that was one heavy box of core.
Yeah.
Wow. So Bryan, once ONPASSIVE launch and the first nickels and many nickels start hitting your wallet, are you still gonna do drilling, Diamond? Are you still gonna be a driller?
For a little bit.
Yeah, because I bet you would miss it, right? Because you've been doing that your whole life.
Yes, I definitely would miss it.
Wow.
You missed actually probably more about the wildlife than anything.
Yes.
You know, just being out there with Mother Nature, right?
Yes. Yes. Wow. We only have short amount of time, but I would love to sit and chat with you about your experience. I can't wait till one day we all sit down and you can share your experience of traveling around and do what you do. Thank you so much, Bryan.
Thank you very much, Julie.
Thanks so much for being here with us. Everyone, there is Bryan Kroetch. What an interesting story we heard today. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for watching the Julie and Milo show. Please visit julieandmilo.com. There we have lots of stories about founders. We have stories with doctors that we did yesterday. We have a lot of materials for you to be able to take and share ONPASSIVE with the world. Thank you so much for watching the Julie and Milo show. As always, please stay well, stay healthy, go out there and take care of yourself and take care of others. Good night from Orange County, California.
Good night, Julie and Milo.
Good night from Nashville.
Listen to the stories and how they tell.